Good morning, seventh grade. So we are going to do a review before you take your test for chapter one. Hopefully you already did the Kahoot. So this is optional if you want to review more. You do not have to watch the video. You don't have to watch the whole video, but it's definitely not going to hurt you in reviewing for your test. So first we're just going to go over all the vocabulary from all 5 lessons. So I'm just going to read them to you. So magnet, any material that attracts iron and materials that contain iron. Magnetism, attraction or repulsion of magnetic materials. Magnetic pole, either end of a magnet. And then every magnet, no matter size or shape, has 2 ends. There's always a north pole and always a south pole. Magnetic force is the attraction or repulsion between the magnetic poles. The magnetic field is the area of magnetic force around a magnet. Magnetic field lines are lines that map out the invisible magnetic field around a magnet. A compass is a device that has a magnet on a needle that spins freely. Magnetic declination is the angle between geographic north and the north to which a compass needle points. Electromagnetism is the relationship between electricity and magnetism, where an electric current produces a magnetic field. A solenoid is a coil of wire with a current. An electromagnet is a solenoid with a ferromagnetic core. Energy is the ability to move an object over a distance. Electrical energy is the energy associated with electric currents. Mechanical energy is the energy an object has due to its movement or position. A galvanometer is a device that measures small currents. An electric motor is a device that uses an electric current to turn an axle. An electromagnetic induction is generating electric current from the motion of a conductor through a magnetic field. Direct current is current with charges that flow in one direction. Alternating current is constantly reversing current. A generator is an electric device that transforms mechanical energy into electrical energy. A transformer consists of 2 separate coils of insulated wire wrapped around an iron core. And then we'll just look at what you need to know from each lesson. So from lesson 1, we talked about properties of magnets. So the 3 properties of magnets are that they attract iron and materials that contain iron. They attract or repel other magnets. And one end of a magnet will always point north when allowed to swing freely. And then remember, like poles repel, so north and north or south and south, and unlike poles attract, so north and south together. Lesson 2, a magnetic field is strongest at the pole it started at, which is usually the north pole. You can have a single made of 1 magnet or a combined made of 2 or more magnets, magnetic fields. And then remember that Earth is like one gigantic magnetic field. Lesson 3 had a little more. The effect on a compass needle with a current in the wire versus with no current in the wire. Remember, when there was no current, the compass needle pointed north. When there was a current, the needles pointed or turned so that they all pointed in a circle. That was Ormsted's experiment. A magnetic field produced by a current has both strength and direction. You can turn a magnetic field on or off by turning the current on or off. You can change its direction by reversing the direction of the current. And you can change the strength of the magnetic field by increasing the amount of current in the wire or making a loop or coil in the wire, and each additional loop strengthens that field. And then there's 4 ways to regulate the strength of an electromagnet. Increasing the current in the solenoid, adding more loops to the wire, adding more loops of wire to the solenoid, winding the coils of the solenoid closer together, or using material more magnetic than iron. And that one example we had was Alnico. From lesson 4, remember that energy can be transformed from one form to another, such as electrical to mechanical energy. A straight wire versus a loop of wire in a magnetic field. A loop of wire is going to increase the strength of the magnetic field. A simple electric motor has 4 parts: permanent magnets, a commutator, brushes, and armature. And then from lesson 5, which we just finished on Tuesday, an electric motor uses electrical energy to produce motion. Moving a wire in magnetic field can cause an electric current. Alternating current has a major advantage over direct current because it can be easily raised or lowered. And then a generator has 4 parts: a slip ring, a crank, an armature, or a brush. So that's it for your review for chapter 1. If you need to look back at anything specific in this video or in notes that you might have took, go ahead. Otherwise, when you're ready, go on to Edmodo and take the test for chapter 1.